This is not just another mountain. It is 4,900 meters from the base to a breathtaking 5,895 meters above sea level, the highest freestanding mountain on Earth. In 1987, UNESCO declared Mount Kilimanjaro a World Heritage Site due to its uniqueness. It is located in the northern Tanzania, right to the border to the Kenyan Republic in eastern Africa. Every year, over 50,000 people try to reach Uhuru Peak, and more than 20,000 turn back defeated. I'm going to show you exactly how to be in the winning 60%. The best routes, the real costs. Most agencies don't tell you the gear that actually matters, and the day-by-day reality of the climb. Let's make sure your first sight of the sunrise from the roof of Africa actually happens. Mount Kilimanjaro isn't just a mountain. It's 5 different climate zones in 1 week, from tropical rainforest to Arctic summit in under 70 kilometers of walking. No ropes, no ice axes, no technical climbing experience needed. But the altitude doesn't forgive bad preparation. Today's guide is updated for 2026 prices, new park rules, and the routes that give you the highest success rate. There are 6 official routes used to climb Mount Kilimanjaro. 1. Marangu route, nicknamed the Coca-Cola route, is the oldest and most established trail on Mount Kilimanjaro, known for its permanent dormitory-style huts. It's often chosen because it's cheaper, requires fewer porters, and seems easy, though this reputation is misleading. Its short itinerary gives poor acclimatization, resulting in the lowest summit success rate on the mountain. About 40% succeed, 60% fail. Although the route is the shortest in days, the total distance is still 72 kilometers, forcing hikers to cover long stretches quickly. Fit and experienced trekkers usually manage the pace, 3.5 days up, 1.5 days down. But many struggle with altitude, especially around the Kibo Saddle. The trail starts at Marangu Gate through tropical rainforest, where trekking poles are useful in rainy, muddy conditions. Huts include Mandara, near Mondi Crater, Horambo, great sunrise, sunset views, and Kibo, where many turn back. Despite its drawbacks, Marangu remains the most affordable option for climbing Kilimanjaro. 2. Machame route, nicknamed Whiskey. Route is a popular and scenic 62-kilometer trail on the southern side of Mount Kilimanjaro, known for its good acclimatization and diverse vegetation zones. It starts at Machame Gate, climbs through montane forest to the Shira Plateau, then continues through moorland with wide mountain views, including the Lava Tower. Hikers descend to Barranco for acclimatization, tackle the Barranco Wall, and move on to Karanga and then Barafu Camp for the summit push. The final ascent begins around midnight at 11 p.m., heading towards Stella Point and ultimately Uhuru Peak. This route is challenging and best for fit, experienced hikers. About 50% of Kilimanjaro climbers choose Machame due to its beauty and stunning scenery. Standard duration is 7 days for proper acclimatization. 3. Lemosho route. It is a 70-kilometer trail starting at Londarosi Gate on Kilimanjaro's western side. It begins in dense rainforest rich with wildlife, then crosses the Shira Ridge and Shira Plateau before joining the busier Machame route after Shira Camp. It's known for low traffic at the start, stunning scenery, and very high summit success rates. The first campsite is Mtimkubwa, Big Tree. The lower forest section can be muddy in rainy seasons, so trekking poles and gaiters are recommended. Over the first 2 days, hikers climb steadily toward the alpine desert, then spend the 3rd day crossing Shira Plateau for altitude acclimatization. The route continues south to Barranco, then east through Karanga Valley to Barafu for the summit push. It's one of the most scenic routes: rainforest, heathland, dramatic ravines, and incredible sunsets at Barranco. Most trekkers finish happy and often with a summit certificate. Lemosho crosses the entire Shira Plateau and follows the southern circuit beneath Kilimanjaro's southern ice fields, before reaching Barafu and descending via Mweka. 6 to 7 day itineraries offer the best success rates and are highly recommended. 4. Rongai route. This approaches Kilimanjaro from the quiet, remote northeastern side near the Kenya border. It's a 73-kilometer trail starting from Nail Moru village, passing through farmland, pine forest, and unspoiled wilderness where wildlife, especially forest elephants, can be seen during the first days. The trail is steady and gradual, making it one of the easiest routes and ideal for beginners or anyone avoiding crowds. It's also the best option during the rainy season because the northern side gets less rainfall. Rongai typically takes 6 to 7 days, with camping instead of huts. Acclimatization is mainly done at Mwenzi Tarn before heading to Kibo, and then summiting via Hans Meyer Cave. The final stretch rewards hikers with stunning snow views and a beautiful sunrise at Uhuru Peak. 5. Umbwe route. It is the steepest, shortest, and hardest route on Mount Kilimanjaro, recommended only for very experienced and extremely fit climbers. Its low success rate comes from poor acclimatization. There's only one acclimatization point at Karanga, and the trail climbs rapidly, about 32 kilometers up and 21 kilometers down. It's the least used route due to its difficulty and high risk of altitude sickness. Over 60% of climbers experience nausea or headaches from as low as 4,000 meters. The route is very direct and scenic, but can be life-threatening without proper acclimatization. From Umbwe, you can summit via Western Breach, dangerous due to rockfall, or continue on the southern circular route to Barafu. It joins other main routes at Marangu and Barafu. The trail starts at 2,800 meters, reached by a 4x4 drive, and the first camp is about 6 hours from the gate. Although a minimum of 5 days is required, 7 days is strongly recommended for better success. Despite being the least successful route, climbers still choose it for the challenge and dramatic scenery. 6. Shira Plateau route. Shira route approaches Kilimanjaro from the west, close to Lemosho, but is used by fewer hikers and often serves as a rescue access route. Unlike Lemosho, which starts low in the rainforest, Shira begins high at 11,800 feet, 3,600 meters, after climbers are driven directly to Shira Gate, making it a fast but risky start with a higher chance of altitude sickness. The route is about 56 kilometers, one of the shortest on the mountain, and has low success rates unless extra acclimatization days are added. It passes through unique vegetation zones on the Shira Plateau, heathland, an alpine desert with giant groundsel, red-hot pokers, and everlasting flowers. After Simba Camp, it joins the Lemosho and later connects at Marangu Camp for acclimatization. The toughest challenge comes around day 7, before continuing toward Barafu and finally summiting at Uhuru Peak, where climbers enjoy panoramic sunrise views over Africa. The best months to hike Mount Kilimanjaro are during the 2 dry seasons when weather is more stable, trails are safer, and summit success is higher: January to early March and June to October. These windows offer clearer skies and less rain, while the rainy periods, April to May and November to early December, are wetter, muddier, and less ideal for most climbers. For budget planning, most all-inclusive trekking packages, permits, guides, porters, meals, camping, huts, transfers fall roughly into these ranges. Budget climber, about $1,500 to $2,800 per person for basic group treks on shorter routes. Mid-range climber, about $2,800 to $4,200 with better tents, food, and support. Premium, luxury climber, $4,500 to $7,000 plus for top gear, smaller groups, and extra comforts. These figures usually don't include international flights, visas, travel insurance, and tips for crew, which alone can run a few $100s. A realistic total budget including flights, gear rental, insurance, and tipping typically lands around $2,000 to $5,000 plus per person depending on comfort level and route choice. So, plan to climb in one of the dry windows and budget at least a couple of thousand USD for a full, safe Kilimanjaro experience. And that is Kilimanjaro. A giant carved by time, a test carved for dreamers, a place where the sky feels close enough to touch. If something in you stirred while watching this, even for a moment, that's the mountain calling. So before you answer that call, do one thing for me. Hit like and subscribe. Because this journey doesn't end here. I'm taking you to the world's wild edges, the hidden paths, the roaring adventures most people only imagine. Stay close. The next story might just change the way you see the world.